what I do is I go through Staten Island and go to Brooklyn, drive all the way up Brooklyn to the Brooklyn Bridge or the Manhattan Bridge, and if there might be some kind of protest or activity going on there, if so, maybe I'll just talk to some people. I'm pretty fearless, although people have said be careful. It could be dangerous. Oh my gosh, they're going too fast. People are crazy, by the way. People are driving like weirdos that have been trapped inside for too long. Everything's changed this year. Everything's crazy. It's a totally different world. Some say they don't think that we're going back again. I don't know. I'm one to embrace whatever world I've been given. So there are unfortunately a lot of businesses that are going out of business right now. And I have the friend you might have seen on my YouTube channel that says that it's like a corporate takeover. Everybody's got their conspiracies. I'm not sure what to believe, but I know that my faith in God ensures that I'm doing okay. We're going into New York. Don't know what we're going to find. I mean, I hope it is boring. You know, I hope it's just like, yeah, this is New York. This is the outer bridge. This bridge connects New Jersey to Staten Island. Staten Island is one of the 5 boroughs, and we have to go through Staten Island to get to Brooklyn. When we get to Brooklyn, we'll go through the Verrazano Bridge, over the Verrazano Bridge, I should say, into Bay Ridge, which is one of the, what do they call it, a section of, I don't know, I'm not sure what they call it, but they have like different sections of Brooklyn. One of them is called Sheepshead Bay. Coney Island is one of them. There is Brighton Beach, as in Brighton Beach Memoirs. I'd love to read that. So we are going over the outer bridge right now. Staten Island is an interesting place only because it's so incredibly boring. Can you see that okay? There's just really nothing to see. Try to get this on the road. It's kind of like this the whole way over to Brooklyn. There's just it's definitely different from New Jersey. If I were to get out and shop somewhere, there's a different feel anywhere that you're allowed to pump your own gas anyway. It's really hard to describe the different feel of Staten Island, but again, as you're driving through, it's just very boring. I get the impression, I always have, that there's just not really anything here. I know I'm wrong. I have, when you go into the streets, you know, off of the major highway, you'll see some nice kind of older homes, some brick structures in front of the houses. I'm sure that there's sort of an identity for Staten Island. I'm not sure what it is. The whole way is like this. The whole 50 minutes or so through Staten Island is like this. Just not a lot to see. Borough Park, Brooklyn.
Burnings and assaults, and the governor seems to be placing the blame at the doorstep of President Trump's re-election efforts, doesn't he?
Well, Linda, he does. Governor Cuomo says he believes the Trump campaign, as he put it, is fomenting the ultra-Orthodox community, and he played that robocall. The voice on the recording begins by saying they've just been in touch with the Trump campaign.
They're urging everybody to come out with signs. Cuomo killed thousands. Come to 13th Avenue and hold big signs. Cuomo killed thousands, as many as possible, as big as possible. The more signs we have, the bigger the national outcry will be. Tonight, on 13th Avenue or wherever else Hester goes. Everybody should hold a sign. Cuomo killed thousands. The Trump campaign is urging us to hold as many and as big signs as possible. Please send this message around and make it go viral.
After playing the recording, the governor then read the contents of a tweet he said was sent by @HeshyTischler. It read, "Who can print Cuomo hates Jews and Cuomo killed thousands on flags?"
a nice guy.
It's safe to say the governor was very disturbed by this.
And Rich, is there any reaction from the Trump re-election effort or from Mr. Tischler?
Governor called the situation ugly, divisive, poisonous, disgusting, and hurtful.
WCBS reporter Rich Lamb with the latest from Governor.
Okay, so he didn't kill thousands. He saves thousands. I watched him every day. He was right on point. He did the best that you could expect anyone to do. And that's why we've all been saying, I'm out of breath, he should be president, you know. Great guy. I am such a big fan of Cuomo and Murphy. I don't care what anybody says. And that's how you have to be this day and age, is you gotta stop caring what people say. But I just, Lord, I want to pray. I might go to Borough Park just to see if anything's there. What the heck, right? I pray for my safety, Father God, and I pray for peace. I pray that you will be with Andrew Cuomo right now. He's a great guy. He's, I would have to say, one of your favorites, Lord. I pray for safety this day, for myself, for my car, if I pick up any riders, for my riders, and that I'm ready to share the gospel if need be, in Jesus' name. Going on to the Verrazano Bridge. It's kind of cool. On the other side is going to be Bay Ridge, and I went ahead and looked up Borough Park, I think was the name of it, and you know, I'm not doing anything right now, so why don't we just drive through? If you can see over there, that's Brooklyn. And way over there, you probably can't see it, but over there is Manhattan. And, I mean, Brooklyn looks pretty exciting from here, but we'll get a closer look, don't worry. Okay, so we are entering into Bay Ridge. I'll try to tell you what the different sections are as we go in. I was just thinking today, I actually wrote in my journal that when I was in junior high, I dreamed of running away to New York. And now I joke that I didn't do it until I was 40. So when I was 40 was the first time I actually went to New York. And it's always been a dream for me to live there. You know, I started looking around my apartment and saying, I did it. You know, my dream came true. I ran away to New York. So why don't I spend more time in New York? I'm only like 41 minutes outside of the city. So that kind of made me say today, let's do it. You know, it's a Friday, it's a random Friday, but it's beautiful, it's sunny, it's warm, a lot of people are going to be out. The Jewish community, there's an outbreak with them. They're spiking, and they're also not wearing masks. So they're supposed to be having a protest, and all over New York they're wearing masks, but in the Jewish community they're not wearing masks. No wonder the cases are spiking. And from what I understand, Cuomo closed everything down in this area. But, you know, if they're refusing to wear masks, and masks have been proven to help prevent the spread, no wonder. The buses are all lined up here, so looks like they're just not in use. Was there supposed to be a protest on this street? Huh? Is there supposed to be a protest on this street? Do you know? Ask him? No English. Okay. Do you speak English? You speak English?
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be a protest on this street?
Not that
You don't know? Do you know of a protest on this street? A protest? A protest that was supposed to be on the street? Don't know. Okay, thank you. Well, there you have it. I guess we're not going to get any further than that, but it looked like it was an interesting thing to pursue. Okay, this is cool. You have to see this. There's this whole kind of thing going on underneath the train station. By the way, someone just sneezed near me and they didn't have a mask on. They had like all the Jewish attire and everything. I sprayed everywhere. So, we're good. But, it was pretty unbelievable to be that close to potentially catching the thing. I don't know where we're at right now. I'm gonna stop and ask someone. Excuse me, where is this? He might not speak English. What borough is this?
Hello?
What is the name of this borough? What borough are we in? What borough is it?
No, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. of the city there. I don't remember being here before. But there we have the whole city. It's beautiful. And I just want to get on the inside and see what's going on, and that's what I'm going to do today. See if there's anything worth commenting about. I thought the city was shut down. I didn't think anybody was going to work right now, but, you know, I don't know. Feels like just another day. It's a Friday. People getting home early, getting off work early, maybe.
Microsoft, with 150,000 employees, will allow all those able to work from home to do so permanently, at least part of the time. Company memo states workers will be allowed to work from home for less than half of their work week and could work from home entirely if approved by their manager. Bloomberg Money Watch is 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Wins.
All right, producer, engineer Bob Carr. I figured out one time to rest behind me. I can smell the oxtail stew I got going there and burning in the cloud.
Okay, this is the Brooklyn Bridge. Plenty of walkers. You can see the Freedom Tower back there. Very nice. The camera's picking it up really well. So this is what connects Brooklyn to New York City, or Manhattan, more formally. And we're going to see what's happening in Manhattan. It just feels normal so far. I tried to stake out that protest. Apparently I wasn't on the right street anyway, but it feels good to be in the city. It's still got that good feel to it. When they say it's going to come back or not going to come back, I don't know what they're talking about. Ooh, my windows are down. I didn't know that. They were just talking about how Broadway is down until May 30th. To New York in the fall so far, that's all it is. But I'm going to be looking for any problems so you can see. I'm just coming off the Brooklyn Bridge. And, you know, people wearing masks, walking around. It just feels like New York. Nothing's changed. So I'm not sure where I'm at right now. But it does seem to say Black Lives Matter. Maybe somebody else could better tell me where I'm at. But I'm pretty sure it says Black Lives Matter. It's just typical New York though. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Love it. Everybody loves New York. There is like a little bit of graffiti here and there. I can't say it wasn't that way before though. I don't know for sure that it wasn't. The most remarkable thing is there is honking, but when you hear honking, it's not cabs. I don't know that I've seen a single cab. I think the cab thing is over. And it's heartbreaking because cabs are such a landmark of the city, of what it's all about. It's still New York, you know, it still has that New York flavor. It's still a bunch of crazy people trying to make it happen, you know. It doesn't matter what happens, New York is still going to be New York. It just feels like New York, whether it's a pandemic or not. It's October 10th. So it's not like the pandemic's in the heyday. This place looks really weird. Looks like there was like a fire or something maybe. I don't know. It's hard to find something unusual in New York City because everything's a little unusual in New York City. It's just the way it is. Okay, I'm just gonna let this go. This is Center Street. As far as I can tell, it goes right down the center of the city. I do not see anything unusual happening in the city except that there are no cabs anywhere. And if you ever have gone to New York, you know that cabs are what New York City is all about. So it's heartbreaking, but it's probably all Ubers and Lyfts that are driving everywhere. There's kind of a sense, though, that although there's a pandemic, okay, it's moving again. Although there's a pandemic, there's really nothing unusual that's too crazy for New York. So it's just like just another day in New York. Everybody kind of goes on with their business, whether there's a pandemic, whether there's a terrorist attack, whether there's this threat or that threat. Here's a photographer. You know, there's sirens going off. Okay, I'm in the lane to turn where I want to be or not, so I'm going to go ahead and turn. Maybe get a little different angle of the city. Not a cab to be seen anywhere. You know what? I want to ask someone.
Take the next left onto Mulberry Street.
Mulberry Street. Okay, if you know New York, you know what that means. If you don't, I don't know New York that well. I have to be honest. I'd like to pretend that I know it really well, but I know it vaguely.
In a quarter
but
mile,
this does look like an interesting street. I don't know what section of Brooklyn we might be in, or not Brooklyn, but New York, Manhattan that we might be in, but they usually eat outside anyway, so. Oh, now that's interesting. It's a Trump picture that's all blocked out. I just don't see anything unusual, you guys. This is wonderful. I wonder what area this is. Maybe I'll ask somebody. It's a nice lady. Excuse me, do you know what area this is?
What area?
Yeah, what area it is?
Little Italy, Soho.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
No, I almost hit someone. No, I didn't. I'm just joking. So Little Italy and Soho. Well, that would explain why it smells so darn good. Oh, they've got little street vendors. Oh, this is wonderful. You guys, I don't see anything bad about New York. It's just New York. And all the people are out. It's a sunny day. It's beautiful. Okay, this is interesting right here. It looks like it says Black Power or something. There's a lot of graffiti. No through traffic. Oops.
Turn right onto Bleecker Street, then turn right onto Bowery. Take the next right onto Bowery, then turn right onto East Houston Street.
Okay, so you see some cabs here. They're very few. So we're on Lafayette right now. Since my windows are down, I'm inclined to have a mask on. I'm seeing some graffiti off to the left, but it is challenging, as everybody knows, to drive through New York City anyway. There's like cab vans now. And I'm not sure why, but it's like they've replaced the little cabbies that used to be everywhere. But I'm still going to get a little souvenir of a cabbie if I can. I'm going to try to maybe find a place to park further north. If nothing else, it's a great day to just walk around the city. And usually, I don't know during the pandemic, but usually there's stuff going on in the city. Little sidewalk fairs and things like that. All kinds of things planned. Of course, nowadays a lot of things are canceled. So aside from a lot of people with masks, and there's usually like a lot of horrible drivers, so you have to be really careful. But a lot of stop and go traffic and so on. Why is there a sign that says Kmart? Is that like the last Kmart? Signs that say Black Lives Matter. Looks like there maybe was some vandalism in the building. Going to 4th Avenue.
Slight left onto 4th Avenue.
You know, it does seem like a lot of people. It seems like nothing's going to hold New York back, is the impression I get. And in a way, it's just another day in New York because it's a little bit different, and it seems like for New York, nothing's really out of place. There's nothing that can keep back New Yorkers. And everybody's just moving forward is the impression I get. Basically what you see is really what you get. This is it. But, you know, there's just no craziness. Maybe I'm not here at the right time, but I don't see any protests or anything like that. Wall Street? I mean, we could go to Wall Street and check that out. That's not too far from Canal, which is not too far from the tunnel. Ooh, the tunnel doesn't look good right now. I think I'll go find something else to do. The Lincoln Tunnel looks okay, though. But you know, there's so much in New York. There's so many businesses that if something happens to a few of them, everything else, the rest of the town is going to just keep thriving. Things are going to just keep going. It's just business as usual in New York. Everything seems very normal. Something might be going on in one area of the city, but the rest of it is still functioning. And I think that's the way it will always be in New York City. So honestly, I did get out and park somewhere. Everything just seems normal. People are eating. They're eating outside, but it's a really lovely October day. You walk past and you can hear the conversations, and it's a typical cultured conversations about New York life.
Is the Trump campaign behind a robocall which may have prompted those protests in Borough Park this week? Governor Cuomo says not only yes, he's also saying yes to the news that a federal judge has said okay for him to enforce crowd size at synagogues and other places of worship.
Go Cuomo. Go Cuomo. It's just New York as usual. Don't be afraid, everybody. You can come down here. You're just going to have to wear a mask. But crazy is New York. It's just, any kind of craziness just fits right in. And it's hard to explain. It's just nothing is unusual and nothing is weird in New York. So that's about all I got to say
onto West
for now.
37th Street.
There is nobody strong enough to knock down New York. I say that as I'm looking at the Freedom Tower. The beautiful Freedom Tower. It's just bustling, and if it has gone anywhere, it's coming back. You're not going to get rid of New York.